The year is 54 AD. The Roman Empire stands as the most powerful force the world has ever seen. But in the shadows of its glory, a young man ascends to the throne, a man whose name will be forever tied to madness, murder, and fire. This is the story of Emperor Nero. Nero was born in 37 AD as Lucius Domitius Ahenobarbus into the powerful Julio-Claudian dynasty. His mother Agrippina the Younger was a direct descendant of Emperor Augustus, and she was as ambitious as she was ruthless. When Nero was just 2 years old, his father died. His mother soon married Emperor Claudius and convinced Claudius to adopt Nero as his son and heir over Claudius's own biological son Britannicus. Agrippina's maneuvering paid off. In 54 AD, when Claudius mysteriously died, possibly poisoned by Agrippina, Nero, only 16 years old, became emperor of Rome. At first, Nero's reign showed promise. He was young, charismatic, and loved the arts. He had wise advisors, the philosopher Seneca and the prefect Burrus, who kept him on a steady path. Under their guidance, Nero reduced taxes, gave aid to the poor, and banned capital punishment for a time. The people loved him, but tension was growing, especially between Nero and his overbearing mother. By 59 AD, Nero had enough. Fearing his mother's influence and ambitions, he ordered Agrippina's assassination. After one failed attempt to sink her boat, Nero had her killed on land. With his mother gone, Nero was now fully in control, and his darker side began to emerge. Nero indulged in excess parties, games, and theatrical performances, often starring himself. Rome's elite were scandalized as the emperor sang and played the lyre in public. But worse was yet to come. Nero began eliminating rivals and anyone he saw as a threat, including his wife Octavia, whom he exiled and later executed. Then, in 64 AD, disaster struck. The Great Fire of Rome consumed the city for 6 days, destroying much of its heart. According to some accounts, Nero watched the city burn while playing his lyre, though historians debate the truth of this story. Needing a scapegoat, Nero blamed the Christians, a small but growing religious group. A brutal persecution followed, including executions in the arenas and human torches to light Nero's gardens. By 65 AD, opposition to Nero was growing. The famous Pisonian conspiracy, a plot by senators and nobles to assassinate Nero, was uncovered and crushed. Nero grew increasingly paranoid. He murdered friends and advisors, and his lavish spending bankrupted the empire. Meanwhile, rebellion brewed in the provinces. In 68 AD, Galba, the governor of Hispania, declared himself emperor. As support for Nero crumbled, the Senate turned against him. Facing execution, Nero fled Rome. In a villa outside the city, Nero took his own life, famously uttering, "Qualis artifex pareo, what an artist dies in me." Nero died at age 30. The last emperor of the Julio-Claudian line. His death ended a dynasty, but left a legacy that would haunt Rome for centuries. Some historians argue he was a cruel tyrant, while others suggest political enemies exaggerated his crimes. In the East, rumors of Nero's survival led to Nero impostors, claiming he would return to reclaim his throne.